What's up? Welcome back to my channel, and if you've never been here before, I am Diana and welcome. I'm the creator of Money Boss Mama, and on this channel I like to talk about saving money, paying off debt, shifting your money mindset, as well as budgeting. And just like I told you guys in the last couple of videos, I typically get lump sums of money towards the beginning of each year from my tax refund as well as my annual bonus or incentive. And good thing is that we were able to get our incentives this year. So I'm going to show you all how I'm using it. I am using it a little different than my tax refund. So I did say I would be super transparent about how I'm able to reach my money goals for this year, which is to 1, get my savings account to 6 to 8 months, and 2, start saving $10,000 for a down payment on a duplex so that I can start house hacking. And I do want to say that I know that these type of videos, they are very triggering for some people, especially maybe if you don't get a bonus or you don't get an incentive. So I never want anyone to feel like they're less than or they're inferior, or to feel bad because they're not at the place where they can get lump sums of money to help them out. Or you may have to use your tax refund or something to pay up bills or to pay off an unexpected expense that recently popped up, so you weren't able to apply them to your financial goals. Just know that my journey is not your journey. I've started from where I was having to put back my tax refund because I cannot afford my yearly expenses, so I needed that to keep myself alive. But just know that as long as you continue to work towards your goals and stay focused on laying down the foundation, so laying down the cement, which is you getting your money mindset right, getting your budget right, and just staying consistent with that first, you will eventually be able to start building on top of that foundation once that cement has dried. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see how I'm going to be spending this incentive this year. All right, so to make this easier, I did break down this paper into like budget categories. So I have savings, debts, and miscellaneous. And the amount of my incentive was $3,840, which was a little more than what I was expecting. I'm going to break this thing up into what feels like a million different ways. So savings is going to be the bulk of this. Right now, my main savings goal is, of course, to fully fund my emergency fund, and I will do an update on that because I did have to adjust my targeted amount a bit. But I am going to add $2,000 to my emergency fund from this incentive. And so that puts me at $1,840. And I have my calculator off to the side because I cannot do this in my head. And so after this, I did decide to set up a sinking fund for the summer just because my kids have been cooped up in the house, and obviously when it's warm out you want to be outside, and it seems like outside costs like $100 a day. So I want to be proactive. If you do have kids, I do recommend setting this up as well. It's just a little sinking fund for you going out and enjoying yourself during the summer, and you don't have to feel really guilty about it because you properly prepared for those outings. So I'm going to add $300 to a summer sinking fund. So how I plan to make this last is to be frugal and eventful at the same time. So maybe we'll go and get lunch, but then we'll go to the park afterwards. That way we're not going from place to place that has a cost. Maybe like if we go get lunch and then go to a jump place, that's obviously going to eat this $300. But offsetting whatever it is that I paid for with like a free event will help me to keep the funds in the account a lot longer. So that puts me at $1,540 with that gone. And next, I've decided to tithe. I am new to tithing, and please, anyone who tithes, don't jump on me. I know this is not exactly 10% of this amount. I am getting there, but I am going to tithe $350. And then next, I have a Roth IRA. sinking fund. And side note, I did just open my first Roth IRA on my own, but I plan to add $250 to my Roth IRA sinking fund. So I will go ahead and transfer the funds over to my actual Roth IRA, but I have to do a bit of research first because I don't know how to actually invest the money that I put in there just yet. I'm still researching that. So the money is just basically sitting there uninvested, but at least I will have the funds to roll over when I am ready. And with that $250 gone, that puts me at $1,290. And I do plan this year to open my first index fund. It's kind of like a mutual fund, but just less cost. It doesn't cost as much to invest in an index fund, but I have a sinking fund for that. I'm just going to put $50 in that sinking fund because that's not really a high priority of mine. I just want to go ahead and get that started. So that puts me at $1,240. I'm actually just going to write it out here just so I can visually keep up. So that's what where we're at right now. And then I have also a hair sinking fund, and most of my sinking funds are in Digit. I will do a pop-up somewhere on the screen so you can see how Digit actually separates your sinking funds out. And it's just a lot easier because I find with Digit, I can just transfer it over to my account, and I don't have, you know, that transfer limit that's affecting me like it would in a regular savings account, because you know you only have certain amount of transfers that you can make within a month, and I don't want my transfers to affect that that transfer limit. So I am wanting to get my braids done. I am in love with the knotless braids and I want that for the summer. So I'm going to put $200 into my hair sinking fund for that. I think that's right around the cost for those. If not, I can just add in a little bit more every paycheck. But yeah, I am ready to give my hair a break. So I am getting braids. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else I want to add. Yes. So I have a younger brother and sister that are both graduating this year, and my goal is to give them both $100. So I am going to add $50 right now to their graduation sinking fund. That's also set up in Digit, and they have about $30 in there right now, so that's going to put me at about $80, and I will just add the rest as my paychecks come in. I really don't want to, it's not a huge necessity of mine, so I really don't want to throw a large chunk back, even though I probably could, but you know, we have until May, until graduation. So that puts me at $1,190. Bruh. And then I also anticipate my car needing some repairs. I do know that I need a new battery. And unfortunately, my check engine light came on after the snowstorm. So whatever part that I'm needing to get fixed, I just want to be prepared. So I am going to put $200 into my auto repair sinking fund. I could just put that in miscellaneous. I do have about $250 right now just for maintenance, but since I do know that I need a new battery and now possibly a new part, I do want to be proactive, and I don't know how much longer my car is going to take. How much longer she's going to live. So I will update you guys on why I'm actually changing my emergency fund sinking goal, but this has played a huge role in that. So adding that in, that now puts us at $990. And when it comes to debt, I did have a bit of an overage with my tax refund. I had my numbers mixed up, or I just got overly excited and transferred over too much, but there is a $70 tax refund overage that I'm going to need to make up for using this incentive and taking that out. That puts us at $920. All right, so I did say that my son was not able to get into a free pre-K program, so I'm going to put him in private school for kindergarten just because it's just about the same dang amount that I'm paying for childcare, just $50 more. I did take about $400 or $500 from my tax refund and added it to a sinking fund for his private school. So I'm going to take $300 out of this incentive and send it to that same account. I just put daycare, but really pre-K, just to get it up. And now I do have an amount that's transferred out of my checking account for daycare, but with this sinking fund, it's just going to help to absorb any of the overage that I'm going to have, because the amount that's automatically withdrawn from my pay does not cover childcare or will cover the pre-K in its entirety. So what will be in the sinking fund will be the difference, just so I'm not stressing out and having to overextend myself throughout the year. Child, that math was so wrong. This is why I need my phone instead of the computer calculator, because it had me thinking I had a lot more money than I actually do. So when I take that $300 out from the pre-K sinking fund, that actually puts me at $70 remaining. And since I've already divided out this incentive 20 million different ways right here, I think I'm just going to put this into a rainy day fund. I also have my rainy day fund set up in Digit as well. That will be the first fund that they set up for you that you can obviously adjust, but that's the first fund that Digit has whenever you sign up for them. So I'm going to leave this amount basically unassigned, because single moms know things are always going to pop up and I may have missed something, and I don't want to overextend myself trying to make up for whatever it is that I missed or for whatever it is that's going to pop up. So I'm just going to leave a little buffer for myself just to absorb those costs. But this is how I am spending my incentive. So wow, no one was going to tell me that I put incentive here. So $2,000 for my emergency fund, and I will update you guys on my emergency fund in another video. $300 to a summer fund, just so we can get out of this house and enjoy ourselves without coming over budget. Tithing, because that is something that's super important to me and something that I can now do, and something that I am, I'm strengthening. And I know it's not 10%. Please don't yell at me, but I'm trying. Roth IRA, recently opened that. I may make a video whenever I feel comfortable enough in regards to what I'm talking about, because I'm not the best with investing just yet. $50 for an index fund, sinking fund, getting my hair done for $200, $50 for graduation sinking fund. I have an overage. And then car repairs. My car she's getting on up there in age. She's about at 200,000 miles and things are breaking down. And then pre-K and a rainy day fund. So hopefully this gave you guys some ideas on how you can spend your bonuses or incentives if you get them from your job. And once again, make sure that you are spending these lump sums of money strategically based on what you are trying to accomplish, and think about what made it hard for you the previous year or years, and how you can protect your future self from those things, so long as you are able to. But I will catch you guys in the next video.